Hi, it's Jase. In today's Hope promo, I want to talk about fear. Robert Kiyosaki, in one of his books, says that it's not fear that's the problem, it's the way you handle fear. So, my question for you today is how are you handling your fear? Really, my bigger question for you today is if you had absolutely no fear, what would you do with your life? If you had no fear at all, what would you do? Now, on the downside, you might do some kind of crazy things, but on the other side, what would you do? What would you do with your life if you weren't stuck by fear? If you knew you couldn't fail? If you knew you wouldn't be rejected? If you knew everything would work out? What would you do with no fear? Marianne Williamson says that as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So at Hope, we're going to do a bunch of work freeing you from your fear. I've been thinking about this a lot the last couple of days, and I notice how often fear comes up in my life. I've got a tooth, and I've got to have some work done at the dentist, and man, I am not looking forward to it. I notice how often fear comes up about that, and as we're planning these events and making commitments, how often it comes up. And I firmly believe that as we step up in life and we grow with every step up, fear comes up to keep us down here, and we have to get through fear in order to step up again. And then fear comes up again, and we have to get through it in order to step up again. So life gives us a choice. Either we are stopped by fear and we stay stuck and we stay coward and bowed down and less than we could be, or we learn the tools and the skills to get through the fear and become who God made us to be. Bill Duquette is a good buddy of mine now, and Bill said about my seminar, Bill's another seminar instructor, he said that my seminar gets people to look at fear in a whole new way, to understand it, to embrace it, to drive on, and then after my seminar, fear doesn't stop them. And that's my prayer for you, that after you come to Hope, fear doesn't stop you. I don't want you to be fearless. I don't think that's healthy. But I want you to have a really healthy relationship with fear. And so my thing for you today is I want you to really notice how often does fear come up in your life, and keep asking yourself, what would you do if you were fearless? What would you do if you could do anything?